Welcome back, boys and girls, for Knowledge and Science Time with Mrs. Johnston. It has been a couple of days since we have practiced the song Old Macdonald Had a Farm. Let's practice it together again. Old Macdonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had a chicken, E-I-E-I-O, with a cluck, cluck here and a cluck, cluck there. Here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck, cluck. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had a pig, E-I-E-I-O, with an oink, oink here and an oink, oink there. Here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink, oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a sheep, E-I-E-I-O, with a baa-baa here and a baa-baa there. Here a baa, there a baa, everywhere a baa-baa. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. So let's recall, what did you learn about pigs? Did you say that pigs are actually very clean animals? That they make a noise and grunts and squeals? That a litter of baby pigs are called piglets, and a female pig is called a sow? Maybe you remembered that pigs eat just about anything: old vegetables, seeds, grass. So let's move on to today's animal. What sound does a sheep make? Did you say bah? If you did, great job. What do sheep eat? Did you say hay, grass? What does a sheep look like? Did you say things like a sheep is fluffy? It has fur called wool. It has 4 legs. Have you ever seen a real sheep? If so, where? On a farm? At a zoo? Listen carefully to learn interesting details about sheep. Old MacDonald here. You may remember that I have some sheep on my farm. The sheep say, "Baa, baa here," and "Baa, baa there." Up the road on my neighbor's farm, you can hear "baa, baa" everywhere. Because she has a large flock of sheep. Flock means a group of animals. That's right, flock. Birds aren't the only animals that travel in flocks. Sheep do as well. By the way, you might have noticed something a little unusual about the word sheep. You can have one cow or a herd of cows. You can have one pig or a herd of pigs. You can have one chicken or a flock of chickens. However, you can have one sheep or a flock of sheep. Did you notice? You do not need to add the s sound to the end of the word sheep if you have more than one sheep. In other words, you would not say that my neighbor has a flock of sheeps. We say she has a flock of sheep. A female sheep is called a ewe, not to be confused with the word you, as in the sentence, you are in kindergarten. The word you, as in you, not me, and the word you, a female sheep, sound the same, but are spelled differently, and they mean totally different things. A male sheep is called a ram. As with most other farm animals, farmers do not keep many males in the flock. My neighbor has one or two rams, and the rest of her flock is female. Baby sheep are called lambs. The ewe often has twin lambs. If the ewe had twin lambs, how many lambs would it have? Did you say two? Two represents twins. Twins are two lambs. When lambs are young, they feed on their mother's milk. Sometimes the ewe may not have enough milk for two lambs. So the farmer may need to feed one of the lambs milk from a bottle. By now, you've learned that farmers raise animals for milk, eggs, and meat. Sheep are mammals like cows and pigs because they give birth to live young and they make milk to feed their babies. Some farmers raise sheep for milk, which they use to make cheese. And some people raise sheep for meat. Most farmers, however, raise sheep because of the wool that grows on their bodies. Wool is a very important material to people. Sheep's wool can be turned into yarn and woven into warm clothing or blankets. Can you find the person who is wearing a wool sweater in this picture? Did you say this little boy right here? His sweater is made of wool. Sheep lead pretty simple lives. They spend most of their time out in the field grazing. The farmer lets them out to graze every morning and leads them back to the safety of the pen at night. A pen is a small fenced area for animals. Sheep generally stay with the flock, where there is safety in numbers. Sheep do not have to worry about small animals like raccoons or skunks sneaking up and eating them. However, unlike cattle and pigs, sheep are not very large, and they are certainly not fast. So, sheep farmers have to protect their sheep from coyotes and wolves or other large predators. Predators are other animals that eat sheep. Every now and then, a sheep does stray from the flock, usually in search of some tastier grass. Stray means to wander away. Sheep are valuable farm animals. They are worth a lot of money, so the farmer cannot afford to let them wander off. Why are sheep valuable? Did you say sheep are valuable because of their wool? Their wool can be turned into items like clothing and blankets, and that they are valuable also because people eat their meat. My neighbor hires a shepherd to help watch over her flock. The shepherd's job is to lead the sheep out to pasture and watch over them to make sure they do not wander off or get eaten by other animals. The shepherd's job brings certain responsibilities. Responsibilities are tasks or jobs a person has. The shepherd must stay alert and beware of predators. If a sheep starts to wander, the shepherd can catch the sheep with his crook, a long wooden stick with a hook on the end, to lead it back to the flock. Shepherds sometimes need help caring for large flocks. Dogs can be trained to help care for the sheep. Dogs who work with sheep are called sheepdogs. Sheepdogs run after sheep that try to wander away and chase them back to the flock. Sheepdogs are also important for chasing away predators. The sheep eat grass and grow thick coats of fuzzy wool all year round. After the sheep have had time to grow long, shaggy coats of wool, the farmer gets out her shearing clippers. Shearing clippers are like the electric razors a barber uses to cut hair. The farmer uses the shearing clippers to cut the wool off all the sheep in her flock. She does this in the springtime when warm weather is coming and the sheep no longer need a thick coat of wool. By the time winter comes around, the sheep will have grown new wool to keep them warm during the cold weather. The farmer knows how to cut off the wool in a way that does not hurt the animals. The wool that she cuts off is called the fleece. When the farmer shears a sheep, the main part of the fleece can come off in one big piece. Sometimes while she's shearing the sheep, the farmer sings an old nursery rhyme you might remember. If you remember this nursery rhyme, you can sing it with me. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master, and 1 for the dame, and 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. What is the main idea of our read aloud today? Sheep. If you said sheep, great job. What is a baby sheep called? Did you remember lamb? A baby sheep is called a lamb. What is a group of sheep called? Did you remember that a group of sheep is called a flock? When a farmer shears a sheep, what is he cutting off or removing? Did you say wool? The wool is what the farmer is cutting or shearing off. What is another word for wool? Did you say fleece? Great job at remembering the details of our read aloud. What do you see in this picture? Did you say a male sheep or a ram? A female sheep called a ewe? What sounds do they make? Did you say baa? Sheep make the baa sound. How do sheep get the food they need? Did you say they eat grass or that they are fed hay and grain by the farmer? So, how do lambs get the food that they need? They drink milk from their mother or are bottle fed by the farmer. Why do farmers raise sheep? Did you say milk, meat, or wool? If you did, great work. Farmers raise sheep for their milk, meat, and wool. What are the responsibilities of a shepherd? A shepherd takes sheep to the pasture. They make sure that they don't stray off. They keep them protected from predators. With the adult helping you today, I want you to discuss, how are sheep like pigs and how are they different? Did the two of you say that they both live on farms? That's how they are alike, but that sheep have wool and pigs don't? That is one way that they are different. I hope you enjoyed learning more about sheep today.